2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And guys, you think about it, in a lot of ways the San Antonio Spurs are the league's model franchise. Despite the small market, relative lack of media attention, all they do, Shaq, is
win, win, win no matter what. You look at the coaches and executives that got hired away from San Antonio earlier. The Spurs organization is like a tree whose branches are spreading throughout the league, and the chlorophyll is just igniting all the other teams and all the other GMs to just flow.
That's a magical analogy.
Like flowers.
It's magical the way you described that.
Thank you.
I'm not feeling that. That's a copycat league. They got to stop doing that. There's other people that could do a good job other than Spurs. Not saying the Spurs don't do a good job.
So you don't like the Spurs?
No, I don't like them being copycat and everyone's to be exactly like them.
We're blossoming.
You know, they win 50-plus games every year, but you don't have to copycat.
Really, it's like this.
Ernie, you see this cup?
Yes.
Watch when I pour water in here what happens. You see how the plant just blossoms? And it's keep growing.
It's like Shaq and the Beanstalk.
Shaq and the Beanstalk. And stop. I want it to stop right there. You see that? I'll just move it right over here. See that little flower?
Oh.
That's what the Spurs are.
It provides a nice touch for the set here.
Yes, thank you.
It really
Appreciate
does.
it.
There's other teams that do
Kenny doesn't want to play this game. Kenny is not impressed.
You're not impressed by the chlorophyll?
I'm impressed by the magic show you just put on, but I'm not impressed by everybody has to get a Spur guy.
There are only so many to go around.
I'll tell you.
Kevin Harlan, you got the call.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. The story here, Kawhi Leonard injured and unable to play.
Yeah, and as bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness, that when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court.
He's the definition of a gamer. He doesn't want anything to slow him down, even an injury like that.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Spurs, Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Murray out there with Mills, and it's Ginobili in at the 3. Clock at 6. Gasol, no good.
Kyle Gasol, as skilled of a big man as you'll find in this league, in my opinion. Passing, shooting, handling, you name it.
Sharch, that's good.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Now Murray. 11 points for him in that last game against the Knicks in New York.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
We were just talking about Powell's shooting last season. He shot almost 55% from three-point range. How about that?
That's how you fend off Father Time. Keep adding layers to your game.
Here's Murray after the basket by Dario Saric. Murray kicks to Gasol. Here's Aldridge. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Steve, as the big 3 in San Antonio age and retire, how big was it for San Antonio to sign the all-star LaMarcus Aldridge?
You know, it's huge, Kevin, a Texas native, and it's easy to see why he chose the Spurs. It's been interesting to see him integrate his game into their system.
And he knocks down the first one. Hey, Smitty, when you get this far into the season, we see more teams having to deal with the occasional back-to-back game. Just how hard is it to play 2 nights in a row?
It's extremely hard. You have to be on top of your game, like you say, and for night in and night out for a back-to-back. And what makes it also hard is the opponent and also the amount of travel. Sometimes you're getting in at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and you got to turn around and play again. You just haven't been enough time to recover. That's when you have a deep roster, those guys can help.
People don't realize back in the day there were 4 and 5 days, 5 and 7 days, and those are tough.
Those are extremely tough. That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Covington wide open, he fires. Not going to go that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus, but they held each other accountable and played hard.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Saric has the open look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And it's 7 points for Dario Saric. So it's San Antonio now. It's a 5-point game. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And the rejection by Embiid.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
The Spurs have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Ginobili the pass to Aldridge. Here's Murray, knocked loose. Embiid with the steal. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Goes up on the wing. Up again. Back to Simmons. To the wing on the left. Here's Saric. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Mills. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Embiid the screen. Saric outside. He dishes it to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Ginobili can't hit.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Phoenix.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
You're not going to be on all the time, and they were prepared for that and scraped and clawed their way to a victory.
Now here's Simmons. No good off the front iron. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Ginobili against Covington. Shots good by Mills.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Embiid the screen. Covington dishes to Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Mills. It's deflected.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
Now here's Saric. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Now here's Murray. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric. Murray. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Embiid.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Spurs have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first one falls.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
And so Murray nails both of them. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity, treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks, and the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
Now here's Fultz. Here's Embiid, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. You know, he came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Mills with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Knicks in New York.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Now here's Murray. They trail by 7. Here's Gasol. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
High percentage look for Powell. Won't miss many from that distance.
They set the pick. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Parker's checked in for Murray. Now here's Simmons. He picked up 18 points in the last win against the Suns in Phoenix.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled. Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Outside for Gasol. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Gasol's got his second bucket.
I mean, the mid-range jumper, one of Gasol's favorite and most consistent shots.
To the paint, here's Covington. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And here's Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Steve, what a treat to see Manu Ginobili in his 40s still doing what he does best.
You know, Pop says he never wants Manu to retire. Said he wants to use him like a bar of soap till there's nothing left. And as a former teammate of his, I don't want to see him go either.
Free throw, no good. Smitty, you were very much the prototypical wing player during your career. When you look around the league, which current player reminds you, say, most of yourself and your style?
You know, I think a guy, he's getting a little bit older, but I think the most, a similar guy for me was Joe Johnson. Some of the guys I love watching right now, I was definitely not that long, and a guy could create that much space is Giannis because he can handle the basketball. I'm looking forward to watching Ben Simmons. I like the 6'8", 6'9" guys that can handle the basketball, but I would say Joe Johnson, and he's still going.
Now, here's McConnell. Johnson the screen, passes it to Ilyasova. No good that time. Gay with the defensive effort.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Parker kicks to Green. He feeds it to Laverne. They kick it out to Green. The dish to Gay. Spurs working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Ilyasova can't hit.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Spurs.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. Now, here's McConnell, covered by Parker. Yes, that goes in.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammates?
Outside, Green. Trying to find Parker. He's got it now. Anderson outside. Rudy Gay on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. The 76ers leading by 6. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
And here's a look at some numbers for Green. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 10 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Johnson knocks down the 10-footer. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
There's a good screen. It's Parker with the drive. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Just like old times, Frenchie putting the ball on the deck, getting his drive on.
That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by McConnell. Ilyasova's got his second bucket tonight. Spurs trail by 8. Parker outside. The feed to Laverne. Screen by Parker. Here's Anderson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's McConnell. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Parker passes to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And now it's just a 4-point 76ers lead. Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded closely. Goes up to the stripe. Kept alive. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And, guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Anderson the screen. Here's the screen, and the wide open shot from Green. It's 3-pointers off the mark. The 76ers leading by 4. Left side Anderson. It's up a 3. Laverne grabs the miss. And for the Spurs, they're shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Green dishes to Parker. Back to Green. On deep. That doesn't go either for Green.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
Anderson wide open. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the 76ers lead by 7. The pass to Anderson. Green, the screen. Lays it up off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from 3-point land so far in the ballgame. And Redick kicks to Johnson. Anderson against Anderson. Clock at 6. Ilyasova a screen. Here's McConnell. And the shot no good, a bit short. Spurs trail by 5. Parker kicks to Gay. Open jump shot off the mark.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Here's McConnell. The 3 from Anderson. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation, and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through the Spurs organization.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
T.J. McConnell is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Anderson. And it's Ilyasova in at the 4. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. And that one misses. And with the zone defenses the league allows right now, motion offense really becoming a key to efficient scoring, it seems, Steve. Do you like that trend?
I do, because it's really hard. They're taking advantages of the rules. Zone defense is hard to be able to stop teams that really move and move without the basketball. I would love for the league to go back to where a guy can have just a touch or a balance of touching somebody, because being able to guard somebody without touching at all, that is very hard.
I think most players would agree with you.
You just want to be able to touch to get a little balance.
Sure. Spurs trail by 7. Outside, Green. It's Parker outside. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot, off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well-timed play. Parker sets up ready to catch and fire, and the pass is on point.
Outside, Redick. Ilyasova, a screen. Takes it from 10. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Gay. Green, the pass to Gay. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside, Redick. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Robert Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. Ben Simmons comes in for T.J. McConnell. And San Antonio also making a switch. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Tony Parker. Now here's Simmons. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Here's Murray. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And for the Spurs, such a remarkable run of success. In your mind, Smitty, what's been their secret?
Well, they develop extremely well, but once every decade or so, they draft a franchise player. In 1987, the Admiral. In 1997, the Big Fundamental. And in 2011, the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. And after that, as Pop would say it, don't mess it up.
First free throw is good. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Greg Popovich, also the head coach of the U.S. national men's basketball team, a former military man himself, and of course, guys, very passionate about his country.
You're totally right, Kevin. He's been outspoken, but his actions speak even louder. Doing a lot of charity work in San Antonio for disadvantaged youth. He cares, his players know it, and it's a part of what makes him a great man.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Embiid the screen, and Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Outside, Simmons. Screen by Sharch, and here's Covington from the arc. Aldridge with some nice D. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Gasol.
a highly skilled passer. Pau Gasol is the rare true big that you can run an offense right through.
They set the pick. Now here's Fultz, covered by Mills. Fultz, no good. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Murray dishes to Mills. Outside Aldridge. Now Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. 2 on the clock. The three-pointer, no good. And there's the call on Ginobili. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Simmons kicks to Šarić. They set the pick. Back to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists tonight.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Dishes it to Aldridge. And there's the call on Dario Šarić. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded. Kicks to Gasol. Over Embiid. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
Ginobili the pass to Murray. Aldridge is screened. Murray dishes to Aldridge. To the inside. Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
Here's Simmons after the basket by San Antonio over Murray. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold.
Murray with it. Gasol setting the pick for Aldridge. And Mills kicks to Murray. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steve, we've seen some big names retire from the NBA in the last few seasons. I mean, guys that we all admired for so many years. Talk about walking away from the game and not having that a part of your everyday life and what that's like for a player.
Kevin, I think, and especially talking individually, it's the hardest thing. So whenever you started, you've been playing this game 15, 20, and some of these guys 25 years. To be able to say you're not playing this game and to go to the next step, it's definitely hard because you've had this routine. What I love now is guys have done a fantastic job of keeping their bodies in shape. They're able to play 20, 21 years, and one day we're going to see a guy playing 25 years. I think it's fantastic.
What I think about, Steve, is as long as they can remember, all they've played is basketball. And then one day it just kind of ends. I mean, that's got to be such a difficult thing to go through.
It's hard, and I like now a lot of these players now are thinking about that day, and they're better prepared to be able to walk away and walk right into something else. And even if it's being a dad, I like what guys are doing right now.
And so Murray nails both of them. Here's Simmons. He kicks it to Covington. Šarić against Gasol. Embiid with a screen on Ginobili. Feeds to Embiid. Off target with his 3. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Murray the pass to Mills. Aldridge a screen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Šarić.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
and just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
The free throw is good, now leading by 1. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Sharich. And both free throws good for Mills.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Volch kicks to Ilyasova. Down low, here's Embiid. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
In the corner, Murray with it. Back to Mills. Covington against Ginobili. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Covington. Ginobili can't hit. Philadelphia has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Simmons on the wing. Embiid the screen. And stolen by Murray. Here's Ginobili. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Ginobili's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs. Now here's Simmons. They set the pick. Volch kicks to Covington. Pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And the vertical of Simmons, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to shine.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Murray dishes to Mills. Gasol setting the pick for Ginobili. That's tipped. Embiid with the steal. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame. And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Parker outside. Here's Laverne. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got 3 assists in the game.
Great look. LaMarcus may be a shoot-first guy, but also very unselfish.
Volch kicks to Simmons. High post, Embiid. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Aldridge a screen. Here's Parker. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Parker's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Simmons kicks to Anderson. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You know what? It's a big momentum builder for sure. That could be a game-changing moment there.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Steve, Danny Green, an outstanding perimeter defender. He can lock down either wing spot so well.
Even has the quickness to stay with point guards, always in your jersey, and an outstanding shot blocker for a wing.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Green. And the Spurs offense for a long time built around the penetration of Tony Parker. Drive and kick.
Well, that's the one thing you love about Pop and the Spurs organization. They understand their style and their system. As he's gotten older, they've gone back to the block, posting up Aldridge and Kawhi. Leonard also fills that ball handler role in attacking and pick and rolls.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And though he's a physical, tough-minded individual, Danny Green's averaged less than 1 free throw attempt per game over his career. That's surprising.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Redick with the bucket.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Parker passes to Gay. Green, the screen. Gay kicks to Green. Here's Anderson. They set the pick. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
McConnell passes to Redick. Ilyasova a screen. Ilyasova a screen on Gay. Anderson can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
It's Anderson with the drive.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. McConnell kicks to Anderson. Johnson sets the screen for Anderson. Johnson dishes to Anderson. Passes it to McConnell. Launches a three. Rebound San Antonio. Laverne's got his 4th rebound in this one. You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
And Philadelphia has possession after the basket by San Antonio. Shot clock at 5. Ilyasova a screen. The shot by Redick, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Laverne. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Knicks in New York. Green passes to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Laverne, and another basket for San Antonio.
And that's why teams work so hard to get the ball inside, to create those high percentage looks and keep the buckets flowing.
Johnson the screen. McConnell kicks to Anderson. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Spurs lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Tony, you guys are flowing really well lately. When you guys are having success this year, what will it look like?
To stay healthy. I like our chances this year. Our young guys got a lot of experience, and we play good basketball right now, so hopefully we can stay healthy and play good at the end of the season.
That is always the most important thing for your team, Tony. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Looking at the field goal percentage during that period for them, it was good, 45%. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. There was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they were very inconsistent from behind the arc. For the first half, they shot, let me check my stats, in the low 30s. They won't get it done. Good news is they're still in it. I'd like to see them push the ball up court faster and try to get some open looks.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
The skyline of Philadelphia looking especially majestic tonight as we welcome you back to action. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Well, isn't it nice to have a go-to guy who can punish you inside?
The 76ers trail by 4. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mills out there with Murray. And it's Ginobili in at the 3 spot.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Ginobili. Mills dishes to Murray. Gasol a screen. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Knocks down the 3 ball. Ginobili's got 8.
And how about that lefty stroke there from Ginobili? It is a thing of beauty. He is dialed in from deep.
Johnson at the elbow. He dishes it to Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Back to Murray. The dish now to Mills. Fires from deep. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 3. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Johnson up top. Shot clock at 6. Simmons passes to Embiid. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gets them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
And the 76ers making a change here. Charge is checked in. San Antonio leading. And here is Murray. He has 6. Over Saric. Another shot, Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And not a guy you like to send to the line. LaMarcus, a terrific free throw shooter.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Decent when he entered the league. Aldridge has turned himself into a phenomenal free throw shooter.
Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. And he sinks the second. And the Spurs with Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge up front. A huge front court, long front court. Steve, is that something they can stick with when teams like the Warriors go small?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. That's a challenge for them. Aldridge has to cover the 4 in those situations, and Gasol just doesn't have the lateral mobility at this point in his career.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Mills dishes to Murray. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Murray kicks to Gasol. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Embiid. Now here's Simmons. He's covered by Murray. Fultz the pass to Simmons. Embiid the screen. For the lead. No good off the back of the rim.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Murray for 3. San Antonio again missing.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Fultz dishes to Embiid. Johnson's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The feed to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Shoots off the screen. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And here's Covington from the arc. Embiid kicks to Johnson. 76ers moving the ball around. Outside, Simmons. Back to Johnson. The pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Aldridge a screen. Here's Mills. Johnson with the block. And they get it back. For 3, Murray. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. He gets it in there. And it's a 4-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Gasol kicks to Murray. Pass to Aldridge. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Fultz. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Fultz has got 6 points. Spurs trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Mills. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Here's Gasol. They get the rebound. Back to Mills. The second chance effort. It's deflected.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific length to spike shots back.
Now here's Fultz. He has 6. No good from 11 feet. Dishes to Mills. Over Fultz. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Patrick Mills.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Simmons with it. He's covered by Murray. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Embiid.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
The first free throw is good.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position, and that's a great tool for any team to have.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. J.J. Redick's checked in for Fultz, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Spurs trail by 5. Anderson passes to Green. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
Here's McConnell following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Shot from 16, and Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Green, no luck.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
And Redick kicks to McConnell. Feeds it to Embiid. Back to McConnell. Pass to Covington. At the top of the key, Embiid. 4 on the clock. Here's McConnell. That one, no good. Excellent D there from Parker. The kick out to Anderson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Anderson's got 10 points.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Johnson the screen. McConnell kicks to Covington. Embiid with the screen on Anderson. Stolen by Anderson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 19 points, 16 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker kicks to Gasol. Passes it to Anderson. Gasol a screen. Parker left side. Back to Anderson. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Covington, and it comes off the front of the rim. Kicks it to Redick. He feeds it to Embiid. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season and anything can happen.
Take a break. Take a break.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Sharch comes in for Johnson. And it's Justin Anderson in for Robert Covington. That one is no good. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Here's Sharch, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
The Spurs making a switch here. Burns checked in. Spurs trail by 5. Parker outside. He kicks it to Gay. He dishes it to Laverne. Anderson wide open. Misses the 3. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the wide open shot from Redick. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. Let's take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. The 76ers in second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Parker outside. There's a good screen. On the wing, Green. The 3, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight.
Tough shot. Green with the composure to rise up, drilled the J right in the man's face.
Now here's Anderson. Sharch with the screen for Anderson. Clock at 4. Here's Ilyasova. Laverne grabs the miss. San Antonio trailing here. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Anderson with the ball.
This is where it's important to have guys looking for opportunities. Terrific lead pass.
Anderson outside. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Anderson's got 6.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Parker kicks to Laverne. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Gay can't hit. Philadelphia leading by 3. Anderson outside. Now here's McConnell. He's guarded closely. Ilyasova a screen. Off the screen. The putback. It's good on the putback. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Laverne. He's got 6. Back to Parker. But they'll get another chance. And Laverne kicks to Parker. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Defensively, you know, a little uneven in that first half, but they've been far more focused and consistent here in the second.
Offensive rebound, and Šarić kicks to Anderson. Another three for Philadelphia.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Now here's Parker. He's covered by McConnell. Parker kicks to Green. Over McConnell. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Philadelphia ahead as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Everybody got to rotate, rebound, and pace going back. It's attack, attack, attack. That's all it is.
Greg Popovich distilling it down to one simple concept: be aggressive.
And guys, he knows this game so well. When they control momentum, the pace, they're much harder to beat.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. They've got Fultz. Anderson is out there with Dario Šarić. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Ilyasova in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Fultz after Rudy Gay's bucket. Fultz kicks to Ilyasova. The dish to Fultz. Six to shoot. Goes up the baseline. San Antonio with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Murray for three. The rebound by Anderson.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Stolen by Anderson. And Gay with a clear path to the hoop. Jumps up. Oh!
Gay is a high-activity player, someone who is constantly moving his hands, being rewarded for his efforts.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. Wide open look here for Murray. Trains the three-pointer.
What a time for him to step up. Big three right there.
That's what you have to do. Clutch shots, clutch shooters, they come through in those positions.
Now here's Anderson. And there's the feed to Fultz. Shoots over Mills. And there's Fultz on the assist by Anderson. That's now 8 points for Markelle Fultz.
And this is an area that you like to see Fultz work on. If he can develop a consistent mid-range jumper, it's over for the rest of the league.
Now here's Murray. Got a hand on it. Šarić right side. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
The pass to Anderson. Ilyasova a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Anderson can't get it to go.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Mills dishes to Murray. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
And the 76ers call time here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Robert Covington comes in for Anderson, and Simmons subbed in for J.J. Redick. San Antonio also making some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Laverne. Aldridge comes in for Rudy Gay, and it's Ginobili in for Anderson. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Here's Gasol after Ben Simmons' bucket. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Good D by Embiid.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Free throw drops for Covington. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Gasol a screen. There's the pick. And the rejection by Embiid. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Ball's knocked loose. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First one falls for him.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Good on both.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Ginobili. Just 5 on the clock. Aldridge a screen. Here's Mills. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Simmons. Embiid the screen. Over to the left wing. Fultz. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here's Mills for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Covington's shot is off.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Gasol a screen on Simmons. Here's Murray. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Murray's got 8 here in the quarter.
That was a hard pick set by Gasol, willing to sacrifice his body out there.
Dishes it to Saric. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's 17 points for Dario Saric. Spurs trail by 7. Ginobili outside. Feeds it to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Now here's Murray. Guarded closely. Clock at 6. And here's Mills from the arc.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Pass to Covington. To the paint. Fultz. Tries again. It's not going to go for him. And the Spurs going the other way now.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
You know, because it's all about timing, just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
Now here's Murray. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Ginobili sets a screen for Murray. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Murray. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The 76ers leading by 6. Fultz with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili.
And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
That free throw good from Fultz. And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
No good on the second free throw.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Now here's Mills. Passes to Aldridge. Buries the long-range jumper.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Simmons passes to Fultz. He feeds it to Saric. Embiid the screen. Fultz dishes to Embiid. Covington kicks to Saric. The shot no good. Spurs trail by 4. Ginobili with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Ginobili the pass to Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And he makes that one. Fultz has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really smoking the Nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
Parker's checked in for the Spurs. Spurs trail by 6. Outside Aldridge. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Almost automatic from there. Aldridge using his length to full advantage inside.
Now Simmons. Embiid the screen. Off the pick. Count it. 14 points for Ben Simmons.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The Spurs have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Ginobili kicks to Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Simmons. Down low. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers leading by 6. Mills with the steal, and Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Only the one made basket in the fourth. He hasn't provided them with a whole lot offensively.
Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. Kicks it to Sharch. Misses the 3.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. The feed to Mills. Gasol inside, guarded by Embiid. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Philadelphia's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Screen by Sharch. And that one's good, Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Parker passes to Ginobili. He kicks it to Aldridge. Sharch grabs the board. Sharch has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Embiid with a screen on Parker. And here's Covington from the arc. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got 8 rebounds in this game. Ginobili attacking. Parker outside. Launches it. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And Tony Parker does it again. My.
Embiid the screen. Fultz kicks to Covington. To the middle. And Embiid throws it down.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Spurs trail by 5. Parker outside. Screened by Parker. Gets the bucket and the foul. Sharch. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here too. Murray's checked in. That one misses for LaMarcus Aldridge. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Covington. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Covington's got 9 points here in the second half.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Murray with it. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Ginobili. That one a little long. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Ginobili. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. J.J. Redick's checked in for Ilyasova. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. Embiid inside. Aldridge on him. Shoots it. The offensive rebound. Redick dishes to Simmons. Embiid the screen. Out to the right wing. Fultz the pass to Embiid. Just 5 to shoot. Over Gasol. And the shot no good, a bit short. San Antonio with the ball. Here's Murray. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And that is the kind of big-time shot that can really deflate a crowd.
And did he ever do that? Sound level right now, 0 in this arena. had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those two to fall.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And this huddle up about two things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
Obviously upset to have to take a seat here, but at this point, I don't think it'll have an impact. The game's probably out of reach anyway. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
You know, this part of the game, focus on good execution. The rest will take care of itself.
Mills can't hit.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.